Have you ever felt the pull of a place you've never been? For me, that place has always been Palmyra. Nestled deep within the Syrian desert, Palmyra rises from the sands like a dream, impossible beauty in a harsh landscape. They call it the bride of the desert, and when you see it, you understand why. Getting there is a journey through endless sand, anticipation building with every mile. The first glimpse, a forest of stone columns and arches glowing in the sunlight, as if a lost city is revealing itself just for you. The air feels ancient, filled with echoes of caravans and forgotten languages. This isn't just ruins, it's a living history book, open for anyone curious enough to read. Palmyra, named for the palm trees that once flourished here, was a green oasis for weary travelers, a paradise after the desert. More than a stop, it was a vibrant center of art, culture, and commerce, where worlds met and ideas mingled. Even now, its spirit endures, a reminder that beauty and resilience can survive even the harshest trials. Palmyra is not just a destination, it's a journey into the heart of what it means to be human. Walking down Palmyra's Great Colonnade is like stepping into another era. This grand avenue, nearly a mile long, is flanked by towering Corinthian columns that once lined the city's bustling main street. Imagine merchants, children, and Roman officials filling the space with life and ambition. Each column tells a story. Together, they form a majestic pathway into the city's heart. The scale is staggering. You feel small beside these colossal structures, awed by the vision and skill of their builders. Some columns once held bronze statues of Palmyra's most important citizens, a city built by people, for people. The colonnade connected Palmyra's greatest landmarks, from the monumental arch to the Temple of Bel. Chariot wheel ruts still mark the stone, a physical trace of centuries of daily life. As the sun sets, the limestone glows honey gold, shadows stretching across the desert. In this silence, the colonnade feels sacred, a place for reflection on time and human achievement. The memory of walking here lingers, etched in your heart like the chariot tracks in stone. Palmyra's secret was its location, an oasis between the Roman and Persian empires, a vital stop for Silk Road caravans. Here, goods from China, India, and Rome changed hands, making Palmyra a global hub of trade and culture. The city thrived by connecting worlds, blending Roman, Persian, and Arabian influences into something unique. You see this fusion in the architecture, art, and even language. Aramaic, Greek, and Latin mingled in daily life. The gods worshipped here were a mix of local and Greco-Roman deities, reflecting Palmyra's diversity. Imagine the agora, merchants from distant lands, the air thick with spices and voices in a dozen tongues. Palmyra's wealth transformed it from oasis to magnificent city, funded by merchant families eager to display their success. Grand buildings, lavish temples, and funerary towers rose from the desert, rivaling Rome itself. Palmyra's story is a lesson in the power of connection and cultural exchange. When people come together, the result is a richer, more beautiful world for everyone. To understand Palmyra's soul, you must visit the Temple of Bel, the city's religious and social heart. This sprawling complex, dedicated to the god Bel, blended Greco-Roman and Eastern styles into something entirely Palmyrene. The temple's grand outer wall and gateway led to a sacred space where the divine met the human. Inside, two shrines reflected the city's unique fusion of cultures. Festivals, processions, and personal prayers filled the courtyards with life and devotion. The temple was also an economic powerhouse, owning land and herds, its priests wielding great influence. Even in ruins, the spirit of the Temple of Bel is powerful, a symbol of Palmyra's identity and creativity. Before its destruction, you could stand in the courtyard and gaze up at ceilings carved with planets and zodiac signs, a celestial map in stone. The memory of this place is a poignant reminder of what was lost. It's why protecting what remains is so important. Palmyra's story is incomplete without Queen Zenobia, its most legendary ruler. In the 3rd century AD, Zenobia, a woman of intelligence, ambition, and courage, rose to power in a world ruled by men. Said to be a descendant of Cleopatra, she was educated, charismatic, and a skilled strategist. After her husband's assassination, Zenobia became regent for her son and saw opportunity in Rome's weakness. She wasn't content to be a client queen. She led armies, conquered Egypt and Anatolia, and briefly forged the Palmyrene Empire. Her court became a center of learning and philosophy, and the city reached its peak. Zenobia presented herself as a legitimate empress, even minting coins with her image. Her audacity and vision put Palmyra on the world stage. Ultimately, Rome struck back. Emperor Aurelian defeated her, and Zenobia was captured and paraded in Rome. Her empire was short-lived, but her legacy is eternal. Zenobia remains a symbol of defiance and ambition, her story echoing among Palmyra's stones. She is the embodiment of the city's proud, independent spirit. Her tale is one of glory, loss, and the enduring quest for freedom. Palmyra's identity is forever tied to its warrior queen. For centuries, Palmyra endured the desert and time, but recent years brought a far greater threat. The Syrian conflict saw Palmyra occupied by extremists bent on erasing history. Iconic monuments, the Temple of Bel, Temple of Baal-Shamin, and Monumental Arch, were destroyed. The world watched in horror as images of the devastation spread. Khalid al-Assad, the city's devoted archaeologist, was murdered for protecting its secrets. The loss was not just Syria's, but humanity's. Palmyra is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a link to our collective past. The ruins teach us about tolerance, trade, and cultural exchange. Now, empty spaces and scarred stones mark the wounds of conflict. Yet, amidst the sadness, resilience endures. The great colonnade and theater still stand. Palmyra's spirit survives, a defiant whisper in the desert wind. This tragedy reminds us how fragile our heritage is. We must protect these irreplaceable places from hatred and destruction. After such destruction, it would be easy to despair, but Palmyra's story is one of hope and resilience. As soon as the city was liberated, experts began the painstaking work of assessing damage and planning restoration. The goal isn't to rebuild exactly, but to conserve and reassemble what remains. Advanced technology, 3D scanning, digital modeling, guides the process with precision. Small victories have already emerged. The Lion of Al-Lat statue, once shattered, now stands restored. Anastylosis, the reassembly of monuments from original pieces, is being considered for larger structures. Each restored piece is a victory for heritage and healing. This work is about people, Syrian archaeologists, local communities, and the international effort to save Palmyra. Restoration is a global act of unity, proving our shared love for history can overcome destruction. Together, we ensure Palmyra's light shines for future generations. Why should Palmyra matter to us all? Because it's part of our shared human story. The city is a testament to what humanity can achieve through diversity and connection. In a divided world, Palmyra's history as a cultural melting pot is a lesson we need now more than ever. Its art and architecture inspire awe, a city of elegance built in the harshest desert. When we lose places like Palmyra, we lose sources of inspiration and benchmarks of human genius. Its recent struggles remind us how fragile world heritage is and how urgently it needs protection. Standing up for Palmyra is standing up for our collective memory. Ultimately, Palmyra connects us to the grand story of humanity, a continuum we are all part of. We are temporary custodians of this planet and its wonders. Protecting Palmyra is protecting the best of ourselves. My journey to Palmyra has been transformative, filling me with wonder, sadness, and hope. These places aren't just for archaeologists, they belong to all of us. We all have a role in protecting our world's heritage. You don't need to be an expert. Curiosity and learning are the first steps. Support organizations that protect and restore sites like Palmyra. Raise your voice. Cultural heritage must be a global priority. Think of the world as a library, each heritage site a unique book. Palmyra is one of the most beautiful, telling a story of unity and resilience. When a part is destroyed, it's a chapter lost forever. Let's be the generation that chooses to build and protect, ensuring the light of places like Palmyra never goes out. When we save these ancient echoes, we save the best parts of ourselves, a journey worth taking together.